What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the new update. Well, not necessarily a new update right now, as like today, but like a new update that will come into the game in the near future. Kishimoto confirmed it that he and the team are working very hard on the new update and adding more stuff into the Ouranos Island, however you say it, but they're adding a new update for that, and it's confirmed because I'll show you a picture right here. And he said it himself, and I do think that this is really good for Sonic Frontiers game as a whole, because it won't be as repetitive, or I mean, it will be a little bit repetitive, but not as much as at least for this island, because this island you had to get so many heart tokens, you had to get so many, like, it was really repetitive. I really do think that this one was like one of the most repetitive islands, or the most repetitive island in this game, but I do think that this is a really good step forward, and I do think that this is really needed. I do also wonder, I don't think the Supreme boss is going to change. I don't think that's going to change at all. I do wonder if like, if they're gonna add more challenges or brand new challenges that we've actually never seen before in this game, but that probably won't. I don't think this update will come into either the second or third update. Most likely the second, because the third update is supposed to be heavily on about the new story. I do think that this is really needed for at least the Ouranos Island, and I do think that we all can agree that this update is really needed. I do also think that you guys are I do think that you guys will love this, or at least all of us will love this update, at least for this island, because you also had to like collect a lot of purple tokens, because the reason why you go to big fishing missions is because that's how you get a lot of the heart tokens. And I do think that having this island a little bit less repetitive can also probably help with that. I'm not really sure on the repetitive side, like, I don't know what's going to change or not, but I do think that they're going to add more stuff, or at least not make this island repetitive. But I do think that this is a huge change, because I do think that this will also help, at least for the next 3D Sonic game, like Sonic Frontiers 2, if that is going to be the next 3D Sonic game. But I do think that all of this is really good, that Kishimoto's reaching out on Twitter, having us have our own opinions, and having us reach out to him and see what needs to be changed in the game, or at least for the next Sonic Frontiers game, or the next 3D Sonic game, if it was supposed to be open world. I do think that this is huge, and this helps of Kishimoto being on Twitter and letting us tell him, hey, what needs to be changed, what needs to be fixed, what needs to be added, what needs to be taken out, momentum, and pretty much a lot of stuff that we can talk about. And I do think that momentum in the next Sonic game next open world Sonic game can be huge, because this game, the Sonic Frontiers game, at least I don't think it had a lot of momentum. Except the boss fights. Boss fights did have good momentum, but I don't think the open world really did, or in the cyberspace. I don't know if it did have. I don't think it really did have momentum, and I do really think that they need to work also on the drifting, Sonic Drift. I do think that they need to work on that for the game, next 3D Sonic game, open world Sonic game, because I do miss that, and I do think that this is really good, and I do think that the next 3D open world Sonic game would be a lot better than the Sonic Frontiers game, even though we're getting these updates. But I do think that they are, I think they are really listening to us, and I do think that they will truly deliver the best Sonic game next 3D Sonic game, or one of the best 3D Sonic games, if it in the next open world Sonic game. I do think that this is huge, and I do hope that the next game has momentum, because a lot of people love the momentum in Sonic games, and I felt like Sonic Frontiers, Sonic as a whole, was really stiff, at least for the cyberspace he was. If you're not counting mods, the game is stiff. At least for the cyberspace Sonic is, and but I don't know if they're gonna add more momentum in this game, like in the second or third update. I do wonder, but I really do think that this is huge, and I do think that this will benefit the next 3D Sonic games, at least in the open world side of things as a whole in the next games. I do think that this is good as a whole, as Kishimoto reaching out. I do think this is good as a whole because it tells us that Sonic Team and Sega are really trying to listen to us, and I do think that they are realizing that or at least trying to help us better with the characterizations of the Sonic stories and stuff, or the Sonic characters, because the Sonic Colors and to Sonic Forces, the stories weren't really well. I mean, personally, I love those games. Those games are some of the best Sonic games I've and the most nostalgic I love. I honestly pretty much most of the Sonic games I love, and all of my favorites, but I do think that stories could be better if Ian Flynn writes them. I do think that he is so good on writing because he does IDW comics, and those are really good, even though I've never read them, but I've heard they're really good, and I do really hope that oh yeah, and he is confirmed to be writing the new story for the Sonic Frontiers 3rd update. I do think the new story. I'm so happy about that because we know it's gonna be good, and yeah, that's really all. It's kind of a short video, but I hope you guys all enjoy this video, and I really hope you guys, oh, and don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and helps out the YouTube algorithm, and pushes out my video, and yeah, love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time, and also, my birthday's coming up in a couple of days, so yeah, and Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom comes out today. I won't be live streaming it until, like, earlier on today, because it's supposed to be coming in the mail, because I physically order it. Like, I order it, the physical copy of it, so it won't be coming in the mail until, like, later on in the day. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!